Welcome into the era of AI. Hello and welcome. In this video right here, you're going to learn about some Fiverr side hustles when it comes to gig design or design gigs. Now, what are design gigs? Well, they're gigs related to graphic design work. You can get paid generously for those compared to copywriting and other services. You will get paid a bunch more than a regular copywriting job. Plus, it's more fun because you're doing something, you're looking at pictures and designing stuff, and it's an art. It's an artist's job. Now, of course, it's not for everyone, but coming from the background of a person that I used to draw realistic pictures of my father, God bless his soul. I drew his picture, and it looked really just like the real photo. And I drew him many times in black and white, in colored pencils. I also drew people when I was in school. There was a secretary that used to take care of student administration stuff, and she because we had a group, and I used to draw over there and just take a picture and just put my drawings in there. And she always used to ask me, "Can you draw me?" And I actually even went ahead and drew her face. So I'm a big drawing artist. Not that anyone knows of me. Nobody knows, but I took that to design as well. So to design, I took that skill as well, and that's what made, from my perspective, I love design. Right? That's what I'm going to say. And also, when I'm designing from the heart. Now, here is another one. This is pretty cute. We have the baby right there, the really cute one, and we have here Mr. Beast. Now, Mr. Beast's YouTube thumbnails are really tremendous, I gotta tell you. You can't really find a lot of people that have these skills. This one, right? I'm sure we can create something like this pretty easy. I mean, that's not gonna take us that much if we want to create a design like this. And here, these types of designs, they really do very well because they're so easy to catch up to, and people can see, okay, well, yeah, I see. So from 0 to 1077, and it's specific, so 1077.36. It's really specific. This one is about a pyramid scheme. I know how to do these as well. Don't worry, it's not that difficult. This one is one of the easiest. I'm going to show you how that's done. This one is also super easy. And the potential earnings are you can earn up to $100 for 10 thumbnails. Now you can charge $10 per thumbnail. You have to understand that you're going to get a lot of work. A lot of people are going to want to work with you if you learn and master the skill of designing such YouTube thumbnails, because the world is full of YouTubers and they really just want to get somebody to design their YouTube thumbnails because they have no idea how that's done. So where do they go? They go to platforms like Fiverr, and this is a long-term job. So if you get a client, let's say YouTube channel client, then you can retain that client for such a long time. Now, a lot of people think people on Fiverr make money because they have a lot of orders from a lot of clients daily. But it's not like that. Otherwise, everybody would go out of business. There are companies in the world and businesses that are based on just 1 or 2 or 3 clients. Take the oil companies, for example. Take these companies, they usually have a couple of clients, not that much, not 100,000. They have a couple of clients. They base all their activity based on those clients, right? And then, of course, there's the distributors. They deal with people in day-to-day life. But when I'm talking, for example, when you're talking about a company like that basically generates phosphate, that's phosphate production, they, generally speaking, tend to have a couple of clients that you can count on a handful of fingers, because those clients, they generate them millions of dollars every year. And so in YouTube thumbnail design, you have to also take into consideration that if you get a YouTube channel owner, let's say they have 1 million subscribers, they every now and then they would release a video and they would need you to design a YouTube thumbnail for them. Plus, they might pay you $10 per thumbnail, and some might pay you $100 per thumbnail. Like, I would believe Mr. Beast, if there was such a talent, he would pay you up to $1,000 per thumbnail. Why not? Because he's making millions of dollars from his videos. Now, let's go ahead and check how this works. Now, for the first one, we're going to utilize MidJourney. But first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead to Canva. I'm actually going to open up a new chat aside from this presentation. And this is a presentation. I don't mind showing it to you like this. So I'm going to copy this particular thumbnail right here. And what we want to do before we utilize MidJourney, I would like you to do this. I'd like you to click on create a design. There's a feature inside of MidJourney which is amazing. But first off, let's click on custom size. Then here, or not custom size, just click on create a design. Look for YouTube, or the keyword is YouTube. And then there should be YouTube thumbnail. So let's go ahead and click on the YouTube thumbnail one. Then what we need to do is to simply Control V to paste. Now you can take a screenshot of the particular thumbnail that you'd like to generate something similar to from YouTube directly, or you could do like me and just copy it from a presentation that I have. Now this should be at least hidden. Let me try to find out how can I do it. Yeah, I think that's not difficult. Let me just hide that number. I don't want it to show up. Let's do this. All right. And so now that we have the picture isolated, what I would like to do with this is I'd like to take it to MidJourney, because MidJourney is going to reimagine this picture in its own way. So I'm going to say Mr. Beast 1. Then I would click on the share button, download. I'll download this as a PNG. There are two ways how you can go about this. You can use ChatGPT or you can use MidJourney. The bottom line is that we want to describe the image so that MidJourney can go and regenerate it. So if you have access to MidJourney on your computer, by the way, go to midjourney.com, access the Discord. You can access MidJourney chat rooms. Once you're in the Discord, there are such a thing as MidJourney chat rooms. These are newbies rooms, newbies 86, newbies 56, newbies 26. Or you can use MidJourney app. There's the MidJourney app as well. You can utilize it in case you don't want to use the Discord. The MidJourney app is also on the site. You'll find app, click, you'll access the app. Or like myself, you can invite the MidJourney bot to your chat in the direct messages of the Discord, and then you can chat directly with the MidJourney bot. Now, how do you invite the MidJourney bot after you install Discord on your computer? Well, this has to be the account that you use to create MidJourney with. That's number one, right? So when you, for instance, let's say if you go to MidJourney right here, .com. By the way, let me just pause for a second because I need to verify ChatGPT here. They always ask me to verify that I'm human. This is the site. So you have two options. You can join the beta or sign in. In case you sign in, you're going to sign into the app. In case you join the beta, they're going to take you to Discord, right? The app is pretty simple as well, but because I got used to using Discord, I'm using Discord. I know how to use the app as well, but like I said, I got used to using Discord. If you click on continue to Discord, you can either use Discord on your browser or you can download Discord onto your own computer, which is better. Once you download Discord onto your own computer, by the way, they look the same. Browser or computer, they look the same. When you enter Discord, if you want to invite MidJourney into your chat, there is this option, right? If you click on the right-hand side, you can see that there is the MidJourney bot. Make sure you don't hide it, because if you hide it, it's not going to show up. Make sure you click Show Member. There's the MidJourney bot there. You can click it and make sure that you add the app into your direct messages, right? Now, or you create a server and add it over there. Now, for me, because I already added it, I cannot add it again to the direct messages. It's already here. It and Leonardo chat as well. But you can see I already got it, right? Now, the difference between MidJourney app and MidJourney bot and then the MidJourney newbie chat rooms is that once you're in the MidJourney chat rooms right here, there's a bunch of people also trying to generate their images. So you're up against hundreds of people waiting for their images to render. So there's a lot of wait. The only reason that people come here is simply because they want to see what people are up to, what people are doing, because there's a community. They might want to have an idea how people are using these the MidJourney, what are they doing with it, and they're learning, right? They're learning about prompt engineering, generating images. To be honest with you, there's a lot to learn here. There's a bunch to learn from here. Sometimes you might have some images that you don't want to look at, but they're working on it from time to time. It's no longer easy to create any image you want as the time when they started. So when they started, there was pretty easy. There was a lot of pictures that were created that weren't supposed to be created. But now, sometimes if you try to create something that is not good, they will actually even suspend your MidJourney account for a couple of minutes. And if you repeat, they might suspend it for life, right? So be careful there. Don't try to generate just about anything. Now, I'm going to close this because to be honest, I already got my MidJourney bot. I'm going to go into my Discord. There's my Discord. And then I'm going to click here on the direct messages. There's the MidJourney bot. These are a couple of NFTs I was generating yesterday for the sake of the course itself. I'm going to show you how you can create NFTs, by the way. These are NFT images, right? NFTs. Now, let's go ahead here. And before we do anything else, I'm going to click on the slash. You have many options, settings, that is. Click on the settings. Make sure that your MidJourney is the V6 default model. I'm not using the alpha, okay? This is the latest MidJourney version. Once that's so, make sure you click slash, hit the describe, and then go ahead for image, and then click to upload the image which you want to upload, which is that of Mr. Beast. Now what we want to do, we want MidJourney to describe this image. While it's doing that, now make sure you click. It does it quick, but I want to take you and show you that you can also do this as well inside of ChatGPT, okay? Also, pay careful attention to what I'm going to say. MidJourney is great in one way because it offers you flexibility to choose any size of image you want to generate. The size of a YouTube thumbnail is 1280 by 720 pixels. If you come here, this is the size, right? In MidJourney, you can generate any size, any image size. In ChatGPT DALLE3, it can generate images, but it doesn't have the flexibility when it comes to generating the exact same size that you want. You can tell it generate a wide thumbnail. It will do that. It will make it wider than the length, but it will not generate the exact size that you want, right? I hope that's caught. But ChatGPT also is great because you can upload an image if you have the ChatGPT Plus membership. And you can, based on that image, it can go ahead and describe it for you. So you can say, describe the image. Okay. And then it will just describe the image for you, right? This is an easier way other than just trying to describe it yourself. You could say a man sitting in the middle. There's some gas. I don't know what that is, oil bottles or something. That's going to be difficult for you to try to describe. Like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And with these robots, they basically can do it, right? Now, I'm actually going to say generate that image in the same resolution. And I'm going to just let it describe, let it create the image. And then here we have this. You can see a man tied with a rope, smiling, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so let's go ahead and imagine them all. You can imagine them one by one by clicking on these buttons, or you can imagine them all. In which case, if you imagine them all, what's going to happen is that MidJourney is going to start working on all of them. And while it's doing so, we can go back to ChatGPT here. And we can just simply have a look at the image that it has generated. So as you can see, this is the version of ChatGPT. Now let's say that, for instance, you want to switch faces. You want to switch this face. You want this to be the face of Mr. Beast. Easy. First off, copy this image. Secondly, go to a Canva file. Then open a new YouTube channel thumbnail like this one. Once you have done so, this is what you got to do. You got to go ahead and just simply copy, Control V the image, because you have to know something about ChatGPT 4 is that you can't download this as a PNG. This is a WebP file. And I know you're not going to get it unless I do it. So if I click on download, notice what's going to happen. Right here, this is a WebP file. It's not a PNG, right? So you need to copy the image. Go to that specific file. Now, you might not see some passion in my voice, but trust me, I'm really passionate about this because I do it for a living. And then make sure that you set the image to the background, that is. Now we got an image, right? So you can say image or dummy gas room image. We can go back and check the responsive MidJourney, but first of all, let me just download this one right here. Okay, that's downloaded. Now these are the versions of MidJourney. And you can see here that we got some pretty interesting versions, right? And it's up to you to go with any one of them. But for me, I think I already got one that is pretty good, okay? So from here, after I got these particular images, and by the way, there's a lot of variations here. There's a lot of variations. There's multiple variations you can choose from. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to choose any of those. I want you to do one thing. I want you to click on this plus button. Make sure that you click create my own for me and my friends. Name it whatever you want to name it. Let's just say Mr. Beast thumbnails. After you name it that, make sure you click on the create button. You can upload an image there of yourself if you want, of Mr. Beast. And then here, you got to invite a couple of things. So the first thing we got to invite is the Swap Face app. So let's go ahead and invite the Swap Face app. It's just a link that I'm going to copy and paste here. I'll share that with you in the resources of the lecture. If you don't have it, make sure you just pause the video for now. I'm going to move my mouse a bit to the top. And the link is here. Let me just put it for you on a notepad or something so that you can see it. So pause this video, zoom a little bit. It's discord.com/ and then there's that. So just pause the video for a second and go ahead and make sure that you type that down on a paper or just type it in directly if you don't have access to the resources. But generally speaking, you should have access to the resources of this video. Now here, the resources are clickable links. Make sure you click them. They're attached to the video here. Now notice that right now we got the link. I pasted it here in the chat. And if I hit enter, what's going to happen is it's going to paste. And I'm going to click it right now. And it's going to ask me to authorize. I'm just going to click continue, authorize. Now that we've invited the Swap Face app, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we invite the Discord bot, right? Or the MidJourney bot. First of all, let me just do these things. Click on all entities similar to the following silhouette. Well, yeah, it's I think it's a rat. Yeah. Next. There you go. All right, so I'm verified. After you're verified, just click X, and then we would need to invite the MidJourney bot. Now, to invite the MidJourney bot, remember your server. We named our server Mr. Beast Thumbnails. Then, click on this MidJourney button right here in the Discord. Then, click here on the MidJourney bot. Then, make sure that you click on Add App. Then, I would like you to do one thing. Click on this option here, select server. Choose the server name. In this case, it's Mr. Beast Thumbnails. Click continue. Then click authorize. Once that is done, it is done. What are you waiting for? Applaud yourself. You've done a pretty good job. Now, the only thing needed to be done, by the way, I'm telling you this. Now, I'm going to go and grab a picture of Mr. Beast from the internet. Now, this might be copyright infringing, but I'm just doing it for, not a hypothetical, what do they call it? They call it academical purposes, right? So I'm not hacking into his account or something. So I'm going to go Mr. Beast because some people are afraid of using photos and stuff. They say, well, what if they sue me if I use their photo? I'm just telling you, it's your responsibility. And nobody needs to know, right? So there's a couple of Mr. Beast pictures here. I'm going to go with a picture where Mr. Beast is shown as a front picture, professional picture. And it could be a video like this where he's smiling. I think this one is pretty good. So let me go ahead and take a full picture. Now this one is not so clear. I think this one is. So I will copy this particular image because it's clear. And then what I will do, I will copy this image of this guy. And I will go to canva.com. I'll come here to custom size. Then I'll just go for 1000 by 1000. because this is square resolution. So it's going to be like a square. And all of this, you might be thinking to yourself, what are you doing? All of this is just simply to paste the image of Mr. Beast, because if we want to swap the faces of this guy with Mr. Beast, then we have to have the picture of Mr. Beast. And so that's what we're doing now. Now I'm going to set the image as the background. It's fair enough. I'm going to click on the image, edit the photos, or edit the photo, and then I'm going to go to the adjustment area, click auto adjust. I'm not satisfied with this. I'm going to add a bit more contrast. I'm also going to add a bit more highlights. I'm also going to scroll down and add a bit more sharpness and a bit more clarity so that it's clear. Make sure the picture is like this. If you use a picture that's not a front picture and not respecting these qualities, you're going to get a horrible, horrendous picture. I'm going to go for Mr. Beast picture. I'm going to click on the share button, click the download button, download this as a PNG. Then I'm going to go to Discord. You know what I'm going to go back? I'm going to go back to my Mr. Beast server, find it out. I have plenty of servers here. And then make sure that you click on the slash. Now, what we need to do, we need to save ID. Click on slash save ID. We're going to give it the name Mr. Not Attached, Separated Beast. And then drag the picture of Mr. Beast by clicking over there. Mr. Beast picture. So now, this accolade, Mr. Beast, is going to be the ID name. Now we got it. After we've done this, I would like you to click on this particular... Okay, so it says invalid ID name. All right, I see. I got to do it again. So let me save ID. Drag the image. Again. And then this time around, I'm just going to say Beast, right? Beast. I'm not going to add Mr. Let's see if it goes in. Okay, command send. Okay, so they say, well, it's all right. If you think of a mistake, right. It seems that they're not accepting it, so let me just try it again. Slash. You know what? I'm actually going to try my own picture. I'm going to use my own picture here instead of Mr. Beast's picture. All right, so there's my own picture. I think I look even more handsome anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and say my own picture. By the way, I was 5 years younger here. I'm 28 now, pushing 29. At that time, I think I was 24 or something. I don't remember well. Now I'm going to download this with a transparent background because it is already transparent background. And I'm going to go back here and then just click Save ID. Now, I'm not a public figure yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my picture instead of having this response, this politically correct response. And I'm just going to name it after me, Hamza, which is my name. It should go. That's it. So it's updated. Now, I would like you to click on the plus button, upload a file. And you know what file we want to upload? We want to upload that file of the guy who's in a gas room laughing hysterically. Hit enter. Processing. Good. Now, what I need you to do is I need you to right-click on the image, copy link, then click slash, then click swap ID, then add the ID name for your picture which you would like to swap faces with, which is Hamza in this case. Then you can either attach a file. It used to be that I could have used the link, but it's okay. I'm going to upload the picture of the dummy guy in the gas room. Make sure that the ID name is set correctly and then hit enter. What's going to happen is they're going to locate the face of the guy and they're going to replace my face with his face. So you see that they're working on it, and boom, in a matter of seconds, we're going to have a thumbnail that is pretty good. There it is. There's me laughing hysterically over there. So as you can see, I can right now copy this image. I can head right back into Mr. Beast's thumbnail. Now this is the dummy gas room, and I could just go ahead and hit enter. And what's going to happen is I can right click, set the image as background, and I can click edit the photo right here. And all I got to do is I got to go ahead and make sure to click on the adjustment area, auto adjust. And I can make this a whole lot better by adding more contrast, a bit of highlights, less shadows, or more shadows, I think. Then we can increase the whites. We can also add more vibrance, more saturation, scroll down to add more sharpness, and more clarity. Well, not that much though, because as you can see, that actually makes it horrible. And you can see this is the first picture. This is my picture. And you can see that this is the Mr. Beast one, right? Like this. And notice that it is not bad, isn't it? So I think that now you know where we're going in this era of AI. There's a lot of jobs that are going to be lost. And it's actually pretty serious. Now, if I were to pick between these, I'd actually go ahead with the one that I created, right? I think the one that I created is much better than even Mr. Beast's one, because it really is great. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this video so far. This is the first thumbnail that we've created. There's a bunch more elements that you can learn in this video. Stay tuned, for I'll see you in the next video.